Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And, of course, the program replays it in its entirety on the cable services offered 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. And, of course, many of you watch it on your internet devices, computers, the cell phones that you have, you carry with you, your iPads, all those kind of internet devices. You can watch the Bobby Dupre Show, and his sidekick, Mr. Andrew.
Good morning. How are y'all this morning?
Well, we just wound up. We taping on Wednesday morning like we generally do. We're running a little bit late. I had a car battery went out on me. That kind of started the morning off. Gone over to get a biscuit and a cup of coffee and a glass of milk over at McDonald's. I hardly go to McDonald's often. I usually eat my breakfast at home. Was out of my milk and things like that. So ran over there. Battery went dead on me. But we're getting it taken care of, just putting us a little bit low. And we've been kind of talking about different things that have happened throughout the year.
Well, how about our big, we didn't talk about our big announcement last week. We sent a letter to everybody this week about it, but I think it's time to talk about it. The fact that the Breakfast with Santa was our most successful breakfast ever.
Yep.
By far. I mean, not even close. And as of today, we're over $53,000.
Plus my $5.
And had a man that said, if I broke 50, he's going to pay me a $5,000 bonus. Not for me, but he's going to pay me the $5,000 bonus to give
to the clinic,
to the project.
Yep.
So we broke through the number. So that's going to put us at 58.
We're gonna hit 60.
We're going to hit 60.
So we got a few of you out there that are watching that could give money. Please consider doing it. Very, very good cause. I'm going to get off a little bit and talk about something I watched yesterday afternoon that was very touching on the Dr. Phil program that's on from 4 to 5 on Channel 10, CBS channels across the world, I guess you could say. And lately, I get home about that time to watch the 5 o'clock news maybe, or just kind of relax a few minutes. Been going since early in the morning. And I found that he's kind of changed his format. He's getting kind of, I don't know, he's changed the programming. But yesterday he was back to his old programming. There was a young couple with a crippled young child. And what had occurred was this young child was in a stroller on a sidewalk. And I think it was one of his grandpas was with him. And a car careened off the road into the grandpa and the baby. The grandpa was not critical injuries, but the grandchild, the young boy that I'm going to be speaking about, Isaiah, Isaiah is crippled from the neck on down. And the young parents have an old car. They're struggling for money. And Dr. Phil got the young boy. It was a young man that was driving the car, charged with drunk driving, and he had a percentage of marijuana in him. So he was in the wrong. Dr. Phil asked him on the air, was he guilty? He said he was. He had done it. Why hadn't he called these young people? Had he not thought about what had occurred? And he says he had been keeping up with the progress and the problems they were having. Facebook.
Because everybody talks about
it. So, I mean, it was a very touching, the goosebumps on my leg right now, just talking about it. And they're sitting there. You don't see the picture of the young guy. He's in jail. He was in jail. He might still be in jail. This occurred maybe a few years ago. And Dr. Phil has a foundation, Dr. Phil Foundation. And he opened an account, Isaiah, if you want to make a donation. I'm sending a donation. And you send it to the drphilfoundation.com. You can look up the address. Send a check, and they'll be very similar to the Bobby Dupre Show. That really, I mean, Bobby Dupre handling of the funds for the CP clinic here locally. He's not going to charge anything. All the money coming into the foundation will go towards this family's taking care of this young son, getting him back and forth to the doctor, and the therapist was becoming a problem. Their old car was worn out. He presented them a shiny new Toyota Prius, the hybrid kind, showed it on television. I mean, that is, you know, this is very similar to what we try to do right here locally in Acadiana.
With the cerebral palsy clinic, where we don't charge a single nickel for any of the postage, or paper, or the
you
breakfast.
told me today you're going to be
you're going to have to pay a little bit more.
Postage. We got to start doing some IRS filings.
An additional little mail out to make sure everybody gets a notice at a certain amount. Once they generate a certain amount, these individual folks, we want to make sure to send them a nice little notice that they can put with their tax information, or maybe they won't put it with their tax information, but they'll have it. Yeah. If a question ever comes up in the future, they'll have all the paperwork they need.
But again, thank y'all so much. But I know there's a lot of you out there, and I'm sure he's got the P.O. Box. You have the P.O. Box 70. There you go. Breakfast with Santa. You can just make it just like that. Breakfast with P.O. Box 70, 70571, Opelousas.
And it's not about me and you in this project. All you and I have done is try to facilitate this thing, make it an easy spot for people to make the donation. The beauty of it is, in the end, it's the community coming together and finding their own generosity and giving that money and making the thing happen. That's, you know, I kid everybody that I was working for a $5,000 bonus. They said, what you doing? I'm trying to get my bonus. I'm trying to get my bonus. Well, it's not my bonus. It's the kids' bonus. Right. But it's all about how we can come together as a group to make something big happen.
We've been offering this $5,000 bonus probably this was probably about the last 5 years. We've offered it, and this is the first time to get to the 50. We'd get into the 40s practically every year. We'd get into the 40s, but wouldn't quite get to the 50. Well, y'all got to the 50 this year. Thank y'all so much. You're making my year a good one, and it's been a good one for me. My health has been good. My kids are doing well. The program, we've had no real hiccups. We've had a good year.
Sure.
Steve has done a nice job as handling the technical end of it and making sure that it gets over to Delta Media.
Christmas was yesterday. We had a good time. You realize? No. That's next week. We do Christmas yesterday. Christmas is 1 week from today for us, right?
Yeah.
Less than a week.
We
1 day short of a week.
We tape it next Monday, and then the following Monday we're going to do the same thing, as I understand.
Yeah, we're Wednesday today.
Yeah.
We got it. Our days are moving around and shifting, so we got to figure out what day of the week we're doing because of the holiday.
Falling on a Wednesday.
Steve can't work on Christmas Day, he says. He says he got to go home sometime.
And he can't work on Christmas Eve either, or New Year's Eve.
Too. So we'll make it all work out. But I got to hit a couple of sponsors here while we're at it. Let's go with Targill Seasoning. Targill Seasoning, butcher supplies, cutlery, kitchen supplies, based right there on Wartell Avenue here in Opelousas. They do any kind of seasoning you need. If you're a business looking to get seasonings for your grocery store, your restaurant, if you're a caterer, if you're an outdoor kitchen kind of guy, if you're trying to make your own blend in cans that you want to sell, you want to give away as promotional items, they have that as well. They've got baking supplies and pie supplies. They do classes there for kids and adults as well. If you want to learn about cake decorating and cake baking, go by targill.com. And another sponsor, let's go with Steamboat Warehouse. Get mom away from the smell of her own cooking. Go to beautiful Steamboat Warehouse in historic Washington, Louisiana.
And it is historic.
Great atmosphere, great ambiance, great seafood, steaks, wine, beer selection. Chef owner Jason Hugay, you know, if you're going to go swing by there right now, you know, it's that last minute, trying to get some of those last minute gift ideas. A Steamboat gift certificate
is
nothing better, believe me. If you get a nice one there, you can bring the family. You can have a good fun time. How about one more sponsor? While I'm going to hit the third one. Quarters Casino. I'm sneaking 3 in this quarter. Quarters Casino, if you want to go try your luck in gaming, you know, right now, maybe you got a couple of days off. You're playing around a little bit for the holidays. Maybe bring the family over there and give the family members, you know, each $20 to go on the machines. You know, you slip everybody a $20 bill and see how their luck goes. You know, they do that kind of thing at Christmas time. You can go to El Pico de Gallo while you're there, while family's in visiting, and have a good, authentic Mexican cuisine.
You can buy your lottery tickets.
You buy your lottery tickets. Some people like to give lottery tickets business presence as well. They've also got Chevron Fuel. They've got Stuckey's Candy. They've got Subway sandwiches there as well. Go by the Quarters Casino and Travel Plaza. But yeah, the lottery thing, $1 billion. Well, not $1 billion. But
we have about 3 minutes left. We'll talk a little bit about a brand new book that was published, reference to our parish, St. Landry Parish here. And the authors are Philip Underpont with Underpont Printing, Patrick Morrow with Morrow and Ryan, law firm here in Opelousas for many, many years, and a Mr. Warren A. Perrin from the Lafayette area. And learned last night when I went to get, I think I bought about 4 copies last night. I'm up to needing 11. They're going to be some Christmas gifts. I need 11 of them. And I'm sure my list is going to grow some more. And I'm going to ask them, I'm going to give them a little handwritten, asking them to please save this book and pass it on to the next generation. And it might give someone in that next generation the idea to pick up where this book leaves off on the history of St. Landry and go forward. And of course, there's a lot more history in St. Landry than what's in this book here. It's about 240-something pages. One good page I noticed was about page number 53. Page 53. Bobby Dupre, a pillar of the St. Landry Parish community. Well, I just want to thank him very much. I had kind of heard, I didn't give this info. I think you wrote up this little, I'm not going to accuse you because it's well done. It's a picture. It's not a college picture, but it looks very good. It was done here when I did the advertising on the billboards for LHC Group. A professional came in from Lafayette and took those pictures of me.
Sure did.
And they'll probably use this one here at the funeral.
You think so? That's going to be the one?
Yeah, well,
we'll have to take another one.
It's not a bad one.
The guy in that picture, he ate better than you eat. I mean,
and we've got our 2 little newscasters from Opelousas here. Darla Montgomery and also Marcelle Fontenot, who started her career in broadcasting right here in this little studio here where I'm sitting.
Absolutely.
And there's a real good picture of Reggie in here.
Reggie Dupre?
As in Dupre. Maybe it's closer to the one. Just give me a second here.
I got a call from the publishing company when they were first looking at this project, and they were trying to find people who could put this thing together. And one of the guys I suggested, of course, was Philip, because Philip has a tremendous collection of old photos, you know, over the years, his father having the print shop and all. Look. There's your picture of Reggie.
There's my boy. Isn't that a wonderful picture of him?
There you are.
It kind of
almost got the same jacket as you.
Almost the same jacket.
Same tie too. No, you don't have a tie.
Maybe I'll loan him that jacket there. Anyhow, I'm going to read you his article right here. We have time?
20 seconds.
Oh, no, I don't have it. Well, St. Landry Parish began as an expansive territory stretched westward from Steamboat Town of Washington all the way to Texas border. On October 1st, 1979, Reggie Dupre, seen here, formed Dupre Transport Incorporated, which now has offices in 23 states, Canada, and Mexico.
Excellent.
How about it, Reg?
Our good friend.
Keep up the good work.
Your nephew. Folks, we're going to see you on the other side of 1 minute.